Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Coach Burnside here along with Coach Cox.
Hey, guys. Joining you outside in beautiful Las Vegas.
As always, we're on the go from time to time. Coach Cox just took a minute to sit down so we could get through this. I'm excited today as we look at the Coach's Challenge. From our perspective, as you know, at the Gold Medal Coaching Academy, we're always looking to master, maximize, and build. And so today we get to answer the question on our question and answer session. And the question is this: how long should one prepare before they take action? And as we think about this question, I think for most of us, especially for me, and I'm sure Coach Cox can probably verify this, sometimes we prepare way too long. So my answer is probably about a lot less, I guess, is what it would be. Instead of trying to wait until it's perfected, when you think you're about 60% close to perfection, I would start taking action. And the reason being is, I'll give you an example. First business I ever opened, they wanted a business plan. So I spent months and months preparing this business plan and how things were going to go and how things were going to shake out and how I seen it, how I was going to make a profit, my challenges, my roadblocks, right? All those things. We try to imagine it. And basically when I opened the first day of business, all that went out the window. I mean, pretty much all of it went out the window. And what I found is then I become working on the business and working through the business and working through that process. I thought I had an understanding, but the truth is I really didn't. And I think for many of us, we see an issue or a problem we're trying to solve, and we think, man, I got an idea and I got a plan. And then we spend hundreds of hours in this plan. And then when we get there, we realize everything's going a different direction than we imagined. So this is what I know. We have to have a little bit of a plan, definitely, to get started and think through some things and think through everything that we can. But what we don't have to have is all the answers. We don't have to have the whole thing pathed out for me. So what I do know is that as we go along, we're going to have setbacks, and then we're going to move forward. And we're going to have setbacks. We're going to move forward. No matter how well planned you are, things are still going to fall apart from time to time. So my suggestion is plan less time than you would think. Take less time to do your planning and more time in the action, and then adjust the process as you go is more important. So I don't want you getting off saying, well, planning is not important, because it is, but that's my thoughts, is definitely feet on the ground moving is more important than planning. So Coach Cox, what's your take on that?
Wow, you know, this is a good, excuse the background noise, but this is a great question, because I'm in the process of doing what you just started talking about, Rusty, is that, you know, starting a business or being in a business. So I have a few businesses going, and we were just discussing this just a little bit ago, and yesterday and today, on planning and when to implement. You know, implementation is the biggest key. But I agree with you. You can over plan, you can over process it. And, you know, Brian Tracy always explained, you can plan till you're blue in the face, but you got to get started. Because if you don't start, you'll never get going, and you'll never own a business. You'll just think of the idea of owning a business or starting a product. Kind of like what we're doing here, Rusty. You know, we planned ourselves to death, but we're doing it. And have we had to tweak it? Oh, yes. And we're tweaking it as we go. And the same thing, what I was telling my leaders the other day is it's okay not have all the answers, but say, you know, I don't know, but let me find out. But you have to remain confident in their faces or in their presence. Because if you don't have the answer and you look frantic and you panic and you don't know and you start throwing your other teammates under the bus, that's when planning and implementation become an issue. So I agree with you. Don't over plan. But again, don't wait till the start, because you're never going to have enough planning. We did a big, huge business plan as well. And with the current business, we're doing it. And like you said, Rusty, half of the stuff we planned, it's not even what we're doing now. And we spent months on that business plan, and it went out the window. But what it did do for us, it got us to start moving towards pulling the trigger and beginning the process. And I think that's what the key thing with planning is getting you to start taking that step forward. But where a lot of people fail that I've seen as I've coached them is pulling the trigger and taking that, because the fear steps in. So planning is really important, but execution and just getting going is even more important, because as we know, as entrepreneurs, you're going to fall on your face no matter how good you plan. So that's kind of my piece on that. I agree with you. Don't think we're saying planning's not important, because you planners, you're probably sitting there going, what are you guys saying? We got to plan. Well, yes, you do. But you can plan till you're blue in the face, because here's the analogy I was heard once. A guy that creates great things in his workshop and never shares them, they're just in his workshop. They might be great hidden secrets, but he never gets out and shares them. Nobody's going to know about him. And he's just a great inventor or a great woodworker, but nobody will ever know how great he is until he shares it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thanks for your take. So on the question and answer today, the question was, how long should one plan before taking action? And as you can see, we decided that basically planning is important, but what's more important is taking action and then fixing along the way. So that's where we come to with it. So thanks again for joining us today on the Coach's Challenge on our question and answer. As always, Coach Cox, Coach Burnside here with you today. We're excited about it. And remember, as we go through life, there's three things that we're always focused on. We're looking to maximize ourselves as well as others, master the skills of coaching so we can build standout programs and not only withstand the test of time, but stand out from time to time.